Oh.
All right, here it goes, I think. It's going to go anytime now. Hello to all you Patriots out there in podcast land, and welcome to episode 363 of Canadian Patriot Podcast, the #1 book and rifle podcast in Canada. We're recording on August 29th, 2022. As always, my name is Andrew, and I'll be your narrator.
We need your help to support the Canadian Patriot Podcast. Visit patreon.com/CPP and become a Patreon. You can get a better quality version of the show for just $1 per episode. Show you're not a communist. Buy a CPP t-shirt for just $24.99 plus shipping and theft. Visit CanadianPatriotPodcast.com homepage and follow the link on the right.
This brings us to my favorite segment. It's called What Are We Drinking? And one Patriot Challenge item that you've recently completed. As Liz is absent, we will start with Pierre. Pierre, what are you drinking?
Cold shots tonight.
Excellent. And what have you worked on?
So I'm working on some new skills to acquire for work. Came up with a plan, some training stuff. I got to put some pages together, do some training stuff and all that stuff. So a little out of my forte to make it formal. So working on remembering how to use Excel spreadsheets because it's been a very long time. So I'm actually doing courses for that. And then
nice.
It's my nightmare.
Yeah, I know. So I'm like, okay, so doing that. And then I need to come up with a training program for potentially new people and people at different locations that we're gonna invite out, do this and that in the slower months to get people on board with how stuff's supposed to go. So hopefully that works out.
Sweet.
What about you, Peter?
I'm drinking Cotton 5 gin and tonic today. It's a local gin. It's awesome. And I'll wash it down later with some Sleeman Original.
Nice.
I am working on working out.
And how are you doing that?
Well, we're starting our workout in the park on Saturday.
Nice.
We played some ball at the park this weekend. It was our community festival or whatever, summer festival. The honey festival, if you will. It was quite excellent.
I might.
Bought some honey.
You know, honey is warm water and yeast away from being alcohol.
Yes, I do know that.
And
my brother-in-law
specifically.
My brother-in-law makes some excellent mead. I've had some bad meads also from him, as well as other places. But he has made an excellent one that he had at their wedding this last month. That was
nice.
According to Marty, all mead is bad mead.
That's because Marty thinks all mead tastes like cough syrup. Marty also thinks all scotch tastes like feet, which I kind of want to know how Marty knows what all feet taste like, but I'm afraid to ask.
Get him on here and ask him.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got some sort of an excuse. He's a dad now. He's busy.
I have 3 kids. Sure.
I didn't say it was a good excuse. I said he had an excuse.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Gavin, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking the White Claws this evening. A White Claw and then a neutral, which is just an off-brand White Claw left over from the weekend. As for the Patriot Challenge, I'm definitely back on track doing my reading. I was behind in my personal reading goals by a few days, but I'm now ahead a few days, so that felt good to do that. And I've been on top of drinking my water every day for the last while. I kind of fell off the rail on a few things recently and sort of trying to get all my ducks in a row, one thing at a time. So it's working.
Nice.
Find water and reading are the easy ones for me.
Yeah. And then it's getting the other ones in there. Yeah. But Andrew, yourself?
I am pronouncing things badly in French. Matante, an ale blonde from Archibald Microbrasserie.
Matante.
Matante?
I got a French word right.
Yeah, my tante, it's ant in French.
Well, I knew it was ant. I just wasn't sure how you said it.
Yeah.
I just say, I'm not opposed. Oh, the can does not come through on the audio at all. It just all washes out. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Or the video for that matter.
Well, that's if I hold the beer up to the microphone, does that work better?
Can you hear the carbonation?
As for the things that I have been working on, I have practiced many skills over recent days. I also got to work on Excel, and avid listener Chris, who is also the person who points out when I can't do decimals or fractions in my head, pointed out the Excel file that I emailed out with scores from CQC was incorrect in several of the formulas. On the upside, we're back to shooting CQC with the Ontario Rifle Association, so my job as match director is reclaimed. I continue to be the match director because no one else will do it.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
but my Excel skills have improved. Yeah. My shooting skills also not awful, maybe not my finest scores at service pistol or CQC, but not an awful weekend by any means. I also practiced some camping. I did some outdoorsy stuff. So I drank by fire, I cooked by a fire, I slept by a fire, I actually made a fire. So I've ticked off a lot of different types of skills. I have outdoors type skills. I have sitting in front of the computer on Excel type skills. I have liaising with our wonderful military, who I am amazed at how badly paperwork can be done when your entire job is doing paperwork. It shocks me how terrible some people are at it. But we were able to eventually get the correct color crayon and get onto the range. So it was a productive weekend.
Nice.
Probably bears mentioning, we haven't talked about it in a while, the Patriot Challenge. There's a template. It's on the website. Go to the website, click on the button that says Patriot Challenge, download the website, print it out, put it on your beer fridge if that's a place that might motivate you, and work on those 5 things to be a better person every day.
Yeah. Or put it right on the cookie jar.
I mean, that works for me.
Yeah.
Wow, Chris is chirping me in the YouTube comments. If you're not watching live on YouTube on Monday night, you're really missing out. And Chris, the standing offer to be on the podcast and just talk smack to my face, still an open invitation. You know how to reach me.
Including tonight.
If you don't know how to reach me, you should send me feedback. Feedback at CanadianPatriotPodcast.com. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know how I've upset you or how I did my math incorrectly. And there are places you can listen to the show, like Stitcher and iTunes. If you're using iTunes, it would be super cool if you could leave a 5-star review or some other number of stars that you feel is more appropriate. Personally, I would like 5.
500,000 of them, like your IFCAN app, would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I can hire that many people that want to see Bob's and Vagine.
Yeah. Well.
But if I could.
We'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Make up fake accounts?
Yes.
I don't have that kind of free time. I don't even have time to do my real job. Never mind my pretend job. Never mind doing the thing that we're hiring outsourced companies to do through bot networks.
Yeah. But yeah, Chris, you should also check your email if you haven't, because you'll have the opportunity to talk smack to Andrew in person in an exclusive venue.
It's true. Chris knows all about that. Chris and I had a conversation recently. I feel like maybe we're just making a podcast for Chris at this point.
Yeah.
If you want me to talk smack about you on my podcast, email feedback at CanadianPatriotPodcast.com or show up to an ORA event where I'm running the range. You too can get chirped in real time. There should be a Patreon tier for that. You should have to give me $1 or something.
You could do a cameo.
Yeah. In my case, Hal, I definitely grew the beard and then met the girl. I can't confirm anyone else.
I couldn't grow my beard when I met the girl, so guess the other way.
I had a very
or do you meet the girl and then grow the beard? I don't understand the question, but maybe we should read it for the audience. Oh, perfect. Liz is here.
She can answer this for us.
Well,
No, but he's
All right.
asking it. Do you grow the beard? And
I know. Just wait until Liz is here.
okay.
Hi, Liz. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. I was actually going to jump on the chat and answer that. So
Well, now you can officially.
Okay,
answer
well-
it.
it's attractive if a guy that pulls off a beard well, like it's attractive, but it has to be well.
So, of all the
None of
guys on the
us.
panel,
Mm. Do you want to
All
go there?
right.
Should we go there?
I kind of
mean,
a little bit.
I'm
It just makes for
curious.
better content.
Oh, you guys. Okay. Well,
You
who
might say
has
we're
who
beard
has the
curious.
best beard? Is that what
No,
you're
Pierre.
asking?
Who's the most attractive with their beard?
Oh, well, that's also kind of a.
Yeah, because then we all got to
Weird
shave it so she can tell the
question.
difference.
I've
no,
seen.
that's not
I think
happening.
I've seen pictures of a few of you without beards, but I don't know. Okay, so quality of beard, I would definitely say Pierre has like
Yeah, Pierre.
epic beard for sure.
It's true.
So, but anyways, moving on.
Well, what are you drinking? How have you worked on the Patriot Challenge? You just got the tail end of that.
I was kind of hoping to like come in halfway through pretty much all. Anyways, I'm just having coffee because I had a monster headache because we just got dumped on with rain again. So that wasn't great. The challenge, I mean, I feel like I'm always working on something to, I'm trying to think of what I did today. Oh,
Drink coffee.
yeah. That's a win for today.
Drinking coffee is never a bad time.
Yeah, that was a win for today. So that's
All right.
that's all I got. Sorry.
That's perfectly okay. Well, let's do book club. It is the last Monday of the month. We started the show late. We argued about a bunch of things. We got derailed slightly. Now we're going to do the world's shortest book club, possibly ever.
Longest
Yeah.
book club, shortest book.
Yeah.
I mean,
Could do
goals.
Yeah. We'll actually be doing an episode every night this week to cover this book.
Together.
Well, the August book was The Most Dangerous Game by Richard Cannell. A whopping 21 pages on my tablet. I mean, it is a large tablet, so maybe that's the.
It's like a 40-page book.
I think it's a 40-page book. I got the digital copy
Yeah.
because I just couldn't part with
Do we
the
even
shelf
call
space.
that a book? Isn't that more of like a novella?
A
Pamphlet.
pamphlet?
Yeah. Well,
A
if it's
manifesto. No way.
yeah.
No,
If the government wrote it, it would be a pamphlet. Yeah.
it can only be a manifesto if it's on one long page, like a scroll.
And it's scribbled. Like
Yeah.
there's weird stuff drawn in the margins.
It's be a little bit of blood at least.
Yeah.
I haven't even touched this book, even though I was told that I could read it
You
in an
could
hour.
probably finish it before we finish the podcast.
Yeah.
I
You could
guarantee that.
you could literally listen to it on YouTube. It's 45 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah. So go do that and then come
look-
back
Okay.
and then you
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like it is like it's a very short book. It's
I'm
Give or
having
take
too much
45
fun chatting about facial hair in the comments still. So
There you go. Or have you ever watched the movie with Ice-T, Surviving the Game? It's him and Gary Busey.
no.
Oh, because
Good
that's the book, but just
Okay.
Longer.
modernized. Yeah, longer and modernized. Yeah. Like Gary Busey. So
So that sounds awful.
yes, it is a terrible, terrible movie, but it's so bad it's good.
there you go.
Okay. Okay. I know the type. So why don't you guys just tell me what the book is about then? Please. Just
All right.
tell me what it's about.
A big game hunter is traveling on a yacht to somewhere in South America.
Yeah.
I forget where he's going.
Yeah.
Rio de Janeiro, maybe?
I don't
Seems
think
like
it's
a-
Rio, but
Yeah,
somewhere down
somewhere-
there.
They're
That's
going
just-
jaguar hunting. Two
Oh.
professional hunters are going jaguar hunting, and they're traveling by yacht. And this is like post World War I. I think this book came out in the 30s.
Okay. Oh.
and it would have been set in the time in which it was written. Somehow he falls off the yacht in the middle of the night.
Well,
But
yeah,
don't
he's
worry, he
listening.
heard gunshots, so he swam towards the gunshots, as one does.
Yeah.
But
Which
the
actually,
only
I think
reason
that,
he
go ahead.
the only reason he fell off the boat is because his pipe came out of his mouth. So he tried to grab it and fell in the water. Other than that, he'd
Yeah.
still be on the yacht and we'd be done.
Yeah, so it was published in 1924.
Okay, 24. So just after the war,
Okay.
because that does come up at one point that they are talking about the war. So the assumption is the Great War.
Great.
But the beginning of it, I mean, it does start off like strong start. Our intrepid hunter Ransford drops his pipe in the water like an idiot.
Yeah.
But while the yacht is steaming away and he tries to swim after it, he does prove some critical thinking under pressure skills come up as he strips off his waterlogged clothes. He makes a plan. He doesn't panic. He calms himself down and he makes the interesting choice of swimming towards the sound of the gunfire that he heard.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also in the ocean with no hope of seeing anything. The language is really well written because they're talking about like the velvety black of night that envelops the ocean and the steaming of the yacht through the mirror-like finish of the water. The language is kind of fun because it is like it's well written, but it's not obnoxious. Like it's not a very like highbrow kind of a form of writing. So I enjoy some of the exposition because it's just like it's a fun read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like can very much picture like, okay, so this guy's like on a steamer going to South America and they can't see anything. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it won the O. Henry Award when it was published.
Like the chocolate bar?
Yes.
That was the prize.
That was
No,
the prize.
O.
The chocolate
Henry
bar.
is in like the story O. Henry from some other famous author that I can't think of right now.
Memorable.
List.
And no, that won't ever be on our book list. It's way too boring. But it has been called the most popular short story ever written in English.
Well, it is short and it is a story. So
And in English. Yeah.
3 for 3 so far.
So what's the end of it?
That's better than
All I
Clockwork
got
Orange
was that
already.
he swims. Yeah.
Well,
that's
let's
true.
not get to the end. There's
So much
39
in
more
between.
pages.
Okay.
Just skip ahead.
Okay. Continue. What happens?
He does get to the island,
Which
And
is called
pass-
Ship Trap Island, by the way.
which
Oddly
I mean,
enough.
possibly foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Seems problematic. It comes on to a castle, a chateau, a large mansion of some description.
Yeah.
And meets the inhabitant, who is a big, scary looking dude armed with a revolver that doesn't apparently speak. And it turns out that that's just actually the owner's manservant.
Sounds like my
Definitely.
grandpa.
Your grandpa is a 7 foot tall, black bearded Cossack with a revolver.
Well, the revolver part made sense, but see, it's all in the details.
Yeah.
All in the there are a lot of they cram a lot into not a lot of pages.
Yeah, this
there's
already
lots of details
sounds
in
like
this.
a lot more than I could have read in an hour.
No.
And
I don't think you could have. I feel
No.
like it would be entirely reasonable to read this in an hour if you were reading
Yeah.
quickly.
yes.
Okay. Continue. Sorry.
So we meet the owner of the chateau, General
Zarov.
Zarov,
Yes.
who was a Cossack commander in the Russian military, who seemingly fled Russia after the fall of the Tsar. So pretty sure we could figure out which side of the conflict they would have been on, but he says that he was heavily invested in American securities, so his fortune was actually more or less untouched by this, and he fancies himself a hunter, and he is very serious about hunting. He would not boast or lie or be disingenuous about his hunting. And he has walls and walls on the rooms of his chateau that are full of various largest, biggest animals from all over the world.
The most
he
dangerous ones, even.
He regales our hero Ransford with the tale of how he had his skull split open while he was hunting a Cape buffalo in Africa.
Yeah.
And it turns out our man Ransford is actually a well-known author, and Zaroff is a fan and purchased his last book about Ransford's adventures in the Himalayas hunting something. I don't remember
Snow
what we were
leopards
hunting.
or something. Yeah.
Snow leopards.
So, unfortunately, General Zaroff has become bored with his life of luxury and private island,
hunting.
an enormous mansion,
Yes.
and frequent hunting, and his deaf,
That-
dumb, pistol-toting manservant Ivan,
Yeah.
who apparently are the only two people on the island, which
Careful.
for a really
For now.
rich dude seems like a
Yes.
unusual choice.
Yeah.
I would like to move to an island off of the coast of South America with my manservant and his pistol. And I suppose, and his dogs. He did have a pack of dogs.
His pistol and his revolver.
Wait, what? No,
No. But
I don't think it's that kind of a manservant.
I mean, it might.
There wasn't enough
the only
detail in
one
those pages.
might not have started that way.
Well,
Oh,
That, I
After a
mean,
few
if
months.
he's deaf and mute, he'll never tell.
that's
I mean, the
That's
interesting
true.
thing though is that they're on an island called Ship Trap Island, which is notorious for shipwrecking. Yet somehow they're able to get supplies in and out.
Probably shouldn't overthink some of those details.
I'm just saying.
it's all covered off by the fact that he's
Yeah.
some sort of Russian aristocrat nobility that was
Yeah.
a commander in the Cossack. I don't know what there's some
Got
sort
tunnels
of
under the mansion.
he definitely has tunnels under the mansion, but he's some sort of cavalryman of some
Yes.
description, right? He's supposed to be like this great
Who is
Cossack
now gone batshit
military
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, lives by himself on an island with Ivan.
And is terribly bored of hunting because he has hunted everything successfully.
Okay.
So he is a very gracious host. He spends the evening with Ransford. They have borscht, they have brandy, they have port, they smoke funny smelling cigarettes. I don't think that's a euphemism. I think it's just a comment on the quality of Russian tobacco in the 20s.
Yeah, smells like perfume, he says.
Oh,
Which is a
Horrible.
strange way to describe cigarettes.
It could be like
Yeah.
clove cigarettes or something, right? Something weird like that.
That
Oh,
would be the
could
Middle
be.
East.
Yeah, but like something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, in Russia, kind of like stretches.
All the way everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's true. Okay. Keep going.
So Ransford is invited to spend the night. He also gets a set of evening clothes
Yeah.
of the
Fancy.
highest regard. Oh, they're very fancy. It's
Yeah.
quite a formal to do. Like I imagine, like smoking jackets are probably a regular occurrence in this man's house.
Yeah.
But
and
it's
he has-
only
he
the
has
two of
spare-
them.
He has spares. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Well, and apparently the tailor that makes their dining apparel is someone who normally works on Savile Row in London and does not normally make clothing for anyone lower ranking than a duke.
Oh,
So it sounds like a fancy suit.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
The finest of bad clothes, some sort of like crazy silk pajamas.
And I'm picturing also one of those like long nightcaps, like
Yeah.
You have
I
to.
feel like that's a possibility.
Yeah.
For sure.
So they spend a little bit of time together, and they talk about Ransford's book, and they talk a little bit about the house. Then they've talked a little bit about Ivan. Ivan has had very little to say on the subject.
yeah.
He's deaf and dumb
Yeah.
and towering. He does a lot of menacing. It seems to be his
Yeah.
big character trait, is he does a lot of menacing.
Well, you got to play to your strengths, right?
Yeah, he's his muscle.
So after some number of days with Zaroff, it turns out that he has decided that because of all of his boredom with hunting, that the most dangerous game is man, but he has yet to find a particularly dangerous man because of his apparent contempt for the sailors that keep shipwrecking on his island.
That
Also, we later find out that
he
he's
hunts
responsible
anyways.
for shipwrecking.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does he shipwreck them?
It turns out he has electricity.
Yep.
So how does
It's
he
not
shipwreck
adequately
them?
explained to me what the lights and the electricity have to do with causing shipwrecks,
Well,
but
Oh, so
I
he's
think it's a lighthouse
so the lights.
situation.
No, yeah, the lights are supposed to bring him to a channel, but the channel's full of rocks that'll just destroy anything. He explains that in the book, right?
oh, I see. I
whenever he
misunderstood.
needs
I didn't
people-
understand why they were lighting up a channel because I'm like, well, isn't that where a ship would want to go? But I see. It wasn't actually a channel that you were
Yeah,
meant
You
to
want to
travel.
be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. So it's like a classic fake out.
Yeah.
It's a mistake you only get to make once.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the quality of sailors that Zaroff captures is not. They're maybe not the most creative men in the world,
Yes.
but he does
getting,
make them all a
like-
deal.
Okay. Interesting. Go.
Okay, so he says if you can survive on the island for 3 days, then you can leave. I'll put you on a boat and you can go to South America, wherever it is they're going. They're near South America.
Okay.
And they get a large hunting knife and a several hours head start.
3.
And is it was it always 3?
Yeah, that's how I understood it. Yeah, they get a 3-hour head start.
It was definitely 3 for Rainsford. I'm not sure that every one of the captives got a 3-hour head start, but Zaroff gets to arm himself with a 22 caliber pistol.
Yep.
And if you can survive for 3 days on the island being hunted by Zaroff, he's supposed to let you leave. And he's had one person that was moderately successful and like nearly made it to day 3.
Yeah.
Also, everything on the island is trying to kill you because
Yeah.
it's like a desert island in the Caribbean Sea.
Oh, that sounds.
No, it's not a desert. There's like jungle.
Yeah, no, there's jungle, there's a swamp, there's
Sorry, maybe a desert is not a deserted island.
That's probably the
Yes.
one.
That's
That's
better.
the word
Yeah,
you're
that-
looking for.
Yes.
You'll hear about that one in the comments.
Lo-
That's fine.
l-
Yeah.
Lots of jungles.
Yeah.
A very serious swamp.
Well,
Lots of
and
quicksand.
lots of ice cream because it's deserted, right? That's how that works.
yeah.
Are you sure it's not desert island?
No, it's deserted.
Okay.
Although desert islands are a thing too. If it's like sand and barren, then it's a desert. Deserted just means it's uninhabited.
What if you find the island during a 3-hour tour rather than during a 3-hour head start?
Ah, that's a good
Then you get
question.
stuck there for a very long
Yeah.
time and you gotta make a radio from coconuts.
Yeah, which I still haven't. Maybe that's how he has electricity.
He had coconuts. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Marianne was definitely not on the island though. Just Ivan. Which
Just Ivan grimacing and holding his pistol and also his gun.
Yeah.
Revolver. Revolver.
Right.
Yeah.
So Ransford gets given a choice. He can either have an encounter with Ivan, which does not sound pleasant for the reasons that we've described.
Well, and also lots of torture.
Yeah, the Russian torture mostly sounds like the bad time.
Yeah.
But we also skipped the part where the guy's got people in his basement.
Oh, that's right. I guess so.
Yeah.
He's collected up a number of these not particularly skilled sailors, and he keeps them in his dungeon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he cares for them and he feeds them and he allows them to train and become healthy. And
Yeah.
it's unclear to us in the book how long exactly he keeps them for before he starts hunting them. It sounds like about 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
But
when
yeah,
you go to one of those game farms and they like
Yeah, they're fattening up animals for
seed the area with pheasants, and then you go out with a rifle or shotgun, and you basically are guaranteed to hit something. He's doing that, but with people.
good. That's awful.
Yeah. Not a good time. Not
So at the
not
end,
a good time.
obviously,
I'll take the
the dude that fell in the
the
water.
end. We haven't even got to Ransford
Yeah.
deciding whether or not he's going to play the game.
Yeah.
Liz, slow
Yeah.
down.
there's so
You
much
guys
Ransford is
are-
like Ransford is very opposed to all of this.
Yeah, it calls them a
And
murderer and everything.
Yeah.
And Zaroff is very offended about the entire affair, and he is definitely not a murderer, and he's just a bored hunter. And Ransford is supposed to be one of the greatest hunters in modern day, so he should be playing along.
Yeah.
Mm.
No.
How dare his hero tell him that he's a murderer?
I honestly feel like I've heard this story before. Like
You have this is like classic American literature trope.
it really,
Yeah.
do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like Pirates of the Caribbean. That's what it reminds me of. It's got
No,
a
Johnny
little bit of
Depp is
that.
not in this.
No, I know, but
You know what this reminds me more of? Have you ever seen
Neither
the
is
movie
the
Pest?
no. But it sounds awful.
No, it's about
Like
this
with John
stupid guy. That,
Leguizamo?
I'm
That
pretty
movie?
sure. Like, yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's just a complete idiot, and like he goes to this
Yeah.
island where rich people hunt them. Like, it's literally
Hmm.
this movie, but the guy's just really stupid compared to this. The main
Maybe
character in
that's
this
the
book is.
story that I've heard before. Is where like people get hunted for sport by other like rich people.
I mean,
It
I
was
definitely
starring,
heard
it was
that
starring
before.
Ice-T and Gary Busey, and it's called Surviving the Game. That's exactly
the-
what
I
it
mean-
is.
That, okay,
Or
that
Savage
makes
Son, Jack.
Yeah.
Carr.
There's
Thank
probably
you.
not untrue.
I
but
definitely was thinking Jack Carr as well. I was like, "Ugh, even got the Russian thing going on.
That's
There
If it
have
was
he
been
mentions this book many times in that book.
Does he?
Yes, it's
Yes.
repeatedly.
I didn't really pay attention that closely
Obviously.
to notice the book in the book. I'm not that person.
It's the
I'm
most,
not diehard enough to read the book from the book. I just read the book.
it's the most
He mentions it
popular
by name
short
several
story
times,
in English
including the
language
author.
for a reason. Yeah.
well, there have been dozens of films made
Yeah.
off of the same.
Yeah, but you know what? I also didn't go and get like super crazy obsessed with anything Rhodesian after reading that book either. So
Then you
You're a
didn't read it
terrible
on
person
you.
for that, by the
You
way.
need to go and reevaluate your life choices.
Yep, I'm gonna have to read
You need
that
to reread
again.
that book.
Also, in a completely unrelated vein, fuck Ken Flower.
Yeah. For real.
Yes,
We should send
Really
him to this
unkind things
island,
to say
yeah.
about Ken Flower.
he deserves every one of them. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So our hero Rainsford reluctantly agrees. Oh,
no, I just looked up who Ken Flower was. That's all. I was like, oh,
the head of the
yeah.
CIO until
I'm
the end
sorry,
of,
I didn't know that. This is.
you know,
so
a
sorry.
British collaborator.
I'm
Yeah.
looking up
worst
Wikipedia right
kind.
now.
We love you, Liz, but
Uh.
you're making it difficult.
Thanks.
But not as difficult as Ken Flower made it to be
Hey,
living in Africa in the 70s.
as a white man.
Well,
Oh,
as anyone
gosh.
really. I mean, it was
Fair.
Ken Flower really did not do good things for the Rhodesian government or any of the neighboring countries' governments because he was kind of a dick.
A lot of it. Yep.
Yeah. He's an excellent, excellent candidate to go on the island. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, Rainsforth reluctantly has agreed that he's going to go off and
Yeah.
get his 3-hour head start and take his hunting knife. And
Which, like,
it was foreshadowed at the very beginning of the book. He is calm under pressure, and he is a skilled hunter and outdoorsman. He knows his trade.
yeah, which is, it's been, you know, he reluctantly takes it, but I mean, certain death versus maybe I'll get through this is probably the better of the two options.
Yes.
I think so. And he works really hard to try to get ahead of Zaroff and sets up multiple booby traps. He sets up the Malayan man catcher.
Yeah.
Which
That,
I had not.
It
Yeah.
just sounds like a tree falling on him or something of that sort. Wasn't that
Yeah, he set up a
Yeah.
tree to crush the dude
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
and only injured his shoulder. So close, but not quite there. So Ransford ends up sleeping in a different tree overnight.
Yeah.
He makes a Burmese tiger pit or like a punji pit kind of an affair and ends up getting one of Zaroff's dogs because Zaroff comes back after getting hit in the shoulder and brings his dogs with him.
Well, the interesting thing is that sort of as he gets sort of, I won't say necessarily like fooled because he kind of doesn't really fall for it, but he half does, right? Because he kind of suspects some of these things. He has like a, you know, a chuckle about it, like smiles and then like wanders off back home to like rest in his chateau while he's like, ha ha ha, ha, you've done better than the others, but like I'll still be back out to get you. And then like kind of keeps upping it, right? Where like he goes out alone and then he comes back with dogs and starts becoming increasingly more unsporting like.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because he thought that he would win. That makes sense.
Yeah.
One, he's used to winning and maybe not having as skilled of a prey as Ransford is. I mean, by all accounts, incompetent sailors that are not very good at sailing, never mind being hunted on islands.
Yeah.
It's kind of like hunting season. You get 2 months of bow hunting, and then you get 3 weeks of muzzleloader, and then you get 3 weeks of rifle.
You get 3 weeks for muzzleloader?
It's
think
two.
so.
It might be a month. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't have one.
No, we get a week. 2 weeks of rifle, 1 week of
everywhere's
muzzleload.
different.
Our rifle's up to 3 now, which is nice, and 2 deer.
Yeah. There you go.
But when's the season for writers that write about hunting? Or is that only on this island?
It's December after the deer.
Perfect.
The next increase.
Better put in for my tag now.
There you go.
Then it's okay, right?
If they sell tags, it's fine.
Our hero almost manages to die in quicksand.
Yep.
Only to manage to kill Ivan with a booby trap sapling knife wielding thing. Somehow he manages to create a snare with a knife attached to it that kills Ivan. That is not explained to my satisfaction because I don't think I could duplicate that.
I don't
Well,
think
no, so
I
he
could
gra-
either.
Yeah.
He
Can someone
grabbed- no,
please
but
send
he-
diagrams to feedback?
So he grabs a tree that's kind of very, won't break easy, and he tensions the tree back through this path, and he sets a booby trap that when you set the booby trap off, the tree branch will swing back into the path and stab him in the stomach.
Yes, but how do you keep the knife
Yeah.
pointed
Okay.
in the right direction?
Yeah.
And attach the tree when he has no cordage and a bunch of
Yeah.
other like.
Well, I mean,
so
you're in the jungle. I mean,
It'd
you
be
can't tell me
fine.
that he didn't
Jungle.
find something, right? Like, so, I mean,
I
we
can
all figure
absolutely
out
tell you
how
that
to-
he didn't find something.
Well,
It
just 'cause
was
it
not
wasn't in the
adequately
book.
explained.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah. So if you know how this works, diagrams to feedback at Canadian Patriot Podcast.
For reasons I'm curious.
Yeah.
No.
Show us how it
Oh.
also works with pine trees for reasons.
It ends up that after Ivan meets his sudden but inevitable demise, that Ransford apparently commits suicide and dives off of a sheer cliff face into the ocean because he's being chased by the pack of dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Zaroff goes home, ponders over his pipe what to do about his missing Ivan and one fewer dog than he used to have, and decides to go to bed, only to find our hero Ransford hiding in his bedroom.
Behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Behind the curtain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fell for one of the classic blunders.
And
Guy behind
Ransford could have given up at this point, graciously accepted victory, been shuffled off of the island, and possibly referred someone to be Zaroff's new Ivan. But instead, they decide to have a fight to the death, and
right.
the winner gets to sleep in the bed, and that's the end of the book. And
But
we
you
can
didn't
only
say
surmise
who.
And we all laugh
Well-
and cry and applaud, and it's amazing.
curtain.
the end of the book is very abrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just sort of,
Okay.
it's like,
Yeah, like literally what we just said is the end of the book.
Yeah.
So there's no like.
No,
Who
the
won?
last line, the second to last line in the book, Ransford says that it's the best sleep of his life.
Oh, okay. Well then.
He
Yeah.
becomes
Which
the
does-
new Zaroff.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
basically.
for all you know, he got killed, and it's the best sleep of his life because he's
It's
dead.
true.
Like
So-
it does
Yeah,
kind of
I-
leave
I-
it
I
open
got
to that
the,
interpretation.
We do like the last half of the last page.
So like half the book.
Ransford, screamed the general. How in God's name did you get here? Except you have to imagine that in a Russian accent.
I want to hear it in a Russian accent.
I can't do
please.
it in a Russian accent.
Yeah, then it's not
Swam, said
acceptable.
Ransford. I found it quicker than walking through the jungle. The general sucked in his breath and smiled. I congratulate you, he said. You have won the game. Ransford did not smile. I am still a beast at bay, he said in a low, hoarse voice. Get ready, General Zaroff. The general made one of his deepest bows. I see, he said. Splendid. One of us to furnish a repast for the hounds. The other will sleep in this very excellent bed. On guard, Ransford. He had never slept in a better bed, Ransford decided.
That's how it ends.
That's how it ends.
That's literally how it ends.
That's kind of shitty.
I was hoping
Yeah.
to hear a
Well,
little more about the fight. That was about it.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I
would've
mean. I
liked to-
just kind of expected to,
there's
know.
some fisticuffs or something, but
or
Yeah.
just
Couldn't-
something that is not quite so like ambiguous. Like it really could. It was like, okay, I've written enough for tonight. I'm done. Book's over. You know, definitely felt a little like that.
Yeah.
When you read it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I just finished reading it.
I also just finished reading it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we are like, 50 minutes.
Yeah, we're
so
pretty
you're
much on par
right
with
at the
how
point
long it
with
is.
how
Yeah.
long the book is.
If you started at the beginning of the podcast reading the book, you finished at the same time Andrew just did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like maybe I could have read it faster than Andrew, but
No,
I really appreciate the
No.
Cliff's Notes and the,
I mean,
kind
I think it, I think it was-
diversions.
it was good. There were things to draw from it. The
Yes.
the very much never give up, never surrender kind of mentality. Also, like the be calm under pressure, in the velvety night on the sea that is flat like a plate
well,
glass
that's the thing
window
that's kind of like
as your
he's so-
your yacht is steaming away.
eloquently descriptive at the beginning, but then the ending is just like abrupt with like,
I liked the ending.
I don't dislike it. It's just
There are
it's-
two possible outcomes. Either Ransford won or Ransford died. Either way, he slept well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, this man loves to sleep because after he got out of the velvety ocean, he collapsed on the beach for the longest sleep of his entire life.
Sorry.
So, like, Ransford is a man after my own heart. Like this boy can sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I enjoy the whole thought experiment of like how you get there. Because I could see it if you're hunting as a thrill seeker and not, just for food and also the thrill. I could see it as like these trophy hunters, these rich guys that go around and just try and YouTube chat is distracting today.
don't
Yes,
look
sir.
at
I'm pretty sure that I'm the new deputy prime minister and Pierre's the prime minister as of now.
That sounds horrible.
Won't be
But
worse.
continue.
Strictly for Pierre having that reaction, I'm willing to vote for him.
Yes.
No.
I want
no.
somebody who
Yeah.
doesn't want it.
yeah, can't be any worse. So yeah. Yeah, no, I'm
I
with you,
my
like,
only
yeah,
request as being nominated as the deputy PM is that I get the same weird authorities as the folks that have the position now.
that's
Yeah, like abolish taxes.
Yeah.
Privatize
wanna-
a bunch of stuff. Stop
I want to be
stupid
able
spending.
to do it. Yeah, I want to be able to do whatever I want.
I feel like this is gonna get way down that rabbit hole. Really.
Yeah, you
No,
should
no,
really
yes,
continue
yes,
with what you were
That's-
saying.
yeah, I agree. Like the
Yeah.
thought experiment of the whole thing is because it's such a short book, but there's a lot you can sort of read into this and talk about.
Well, and
Yep.
and I related to a few things. Like, one, I'm a hunter, so I get it from that perspective. But I also think about Jordan Peterson and how he talks about if you want to understand some of the tragedies that have happened in the past, like the Nazis or Stalin, whatever, which pick your favorite. You have to recognize that just about every human has that capacity in them if they're willing to go to that dark place. And I can understand that. I could see that, like, I'm not going to do that because I have
Not
morals.
yet.
No, I still have morals. I'm not letting go of those.
But I mean,
But-
that's the key part, right? And Peterson's thing where it's like, if you're, you're a weak man or whatever, you're not a good man, because like, what could you do? But if you're a strong man and you still are able to hold back and not do these horrible, disgusting things, then you're a good man. And that's that
Yeah.
same thing, with, hunting and then how you kind of look at it and go about it and everything else. And there's like, depending on, if you're doing it for, the right reasons, the wrong reasons, and all of that can make a difference as to how you go about it, as the type of person you are that does it and why you do it and everything else.
Mm-hmm. I can even see it, like, even just from a straight hunting perspective, like, you start off hunting, probably get into bird hunting first because it's easy, or maybe varmint, running around shooting rabbits with 22 or something. You graduate up to birds. It's a lot of fun. Bird hunting is probably the most fun hunting, just as far as action and being able to chat with your buddies and things like that. And then kind of get a little bit bored of it because it's not that difficult if you're doing a little bit of scouting. And you get into some of the bigger game and get into white-tailed deer, and now it's a whole different game where, like, it's all about the hunt. It's very little about the shot you take or the final 3 seconds of your hunt. It's very much about the previous 40 hours or whatever that went into that, or longer. And so you look for that. And then, like, I've had seasons where I showed up opening day, deer walked out 2 minutes after first light, and I was done. I was like, okay, well, that was kind of unfulfilling.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to work for this a little bit. So I get the idea of
you
like
got the
having
meat out
shitty
of
sailors
it.
who don't know how to run from you.
Yeah. But there's more to it than just like getting the meat out of it. Sometimes is the enjoyment of it, the challenge of it, and everything else. And like, and talking to friends of mine that were in the military and saw, very active combat and stuff like that, they get that like adrenaline rush from having done it. And like every single one of them would go back in a heartbeat. And it's that same thing, because you get that it was me against other people. Right.
Yeah.
So like once you get to that, like, everything else is kind of boring because the other things like don't think back the same way, like a deer is going to do what a deer does because that's what deer do. But like people are a little bit more cunning.
Yep.
And if you've been somebody that has hunted man or woman, you are gonna, it's a different experience, right? And that adrenaline rush is there. And like some people just crave that adrenaline rush. And then once you've gone to that level, nothing else will do that.
So when are we buying an island?
How big of an island?
There was one for sale in Scotland not too long ago. It was
Man.
like 40 acres with basically a castle on it.
So far, so
In
good.
need of repair for
That's
like €240. So like
That's
the
all right.
average house price in Toronto.
That's all right. I mean, like,
Not
That's
bad.
actually really
we know
good.
we know some trades that could lay some brick and fix a castle.
I'd
I
love
could
to
just
do
be a
that.
queen of a castle. I'm pretty excited about the prospect.
I mean, I think Marty's out because of the whole Scotch thing, but like,
I'm like in strictly because of that.
I'm
Love
in it
some
because it's an
Scotch.
island. It's an island. There's less people.
I'd learn to like it.
My
I have-
I
island.
learn to like it.
That's all I want it for.
Yeah.
Is what?
Just so
To
I
be
can
an
stand
island?
on top of the castle and scream, "It's my island!"
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Especially at the feds.
But
Yeah.
I'm just thinking we should all buy islands so that people like.
So we
The
can have our own
Tsar.
archipelago.
Well,
I can't.
Archipelago.
Archipelago. It's like I
An
clearly can't
archipelago
say
is
that
not an
word.
island.
No, it's a
So-
collection of islands.
Yeah, but I mean, either we're going to Russia then, or we're going to Dubai, because that's about the only place I know that's selling a group of
Mhm.
islands together. And I think that project died.
Could we each get our own island?
That's what I was
Yes.
saying.
That way, like, I could be neighbors with Pierre, but Pierre would still be by himself.
Yeah,
Yes.
but we'd have like little bridges or like boats to get to and from each other's islands.
Secret
Yeah.
passwords. You can't cross them out unless you have the password.
Yeah,
Andrews is pineapple.
yeah.
It's true.
Nobody's gonna want to cross that mode. Let's be real.
That's fine. Maybe I don't want anybody to come and visit me.
That's a lie.
Fine. Yeah, also true. That's a lie.
Yeah.
I get all my social interaction on Monday nights. I'm good.
We won't have
Same.
internet on these islands. You're gonna have to see us in person.
I'm actually, I would be, that is very appealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have
No.
my attention.
Yeah.
The no internet or the having to meet people, because those are
What does that we say about
for
the
me.
industrial society and all its faults?
Yeah. I'd be down for like the simplicity of,
Island life.
pre-industrial living. I did
Oh,
also
wait,
grow up
that's-
with a mom that used to like shut off all the lights for like a week and make us do like real-time pioneer living to learn about it instead of just going to like the pioneer village. She's like, no, you're gonna get the water from the barn.
There you go.
But you had insulation.
That's true. But we used to heat the house with like fire. So she used to make us like cook over the like hearth. My dad is the
Nice.
only one that did not participate in that. He was like, nope.
You guys are boiling water to make rice. He's having
And
pizza
dad's like
pockets
using
in
the
fucking-
microwave. Yeah.
having fucking 20 pizza pockets, being like,
Yeah.
you guys are suckers.
Yeah.
I mean,
We got like one outfit. We had to like wash our socks and underwear if we wanted it clean the next day.
that could be.
So you always
dangerous
wanted to
kids,
be the
though,
first.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I could do
I
a
didn't
week
mind
without
it.
washing my underwear.
That's the difference between men and women. They have no desire to. They're like, no,
Not
that's
that I
on
have
the
no
list.
desire. I just know I can do it. From
Oh,
experience.
anything's possible. Anything.
I've gone hunting for a week and be like, fuck, I forgot underwear.
Whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
Cover it up with enough layers and you can't smell
eh.
Oh,
it.
I mean, people used to only bathe like annually, if that.
yeah, but that's
But that was like
that's
dirty
different.
Britons and French people.
A lot
Yeah,
of those
that's
people
also why they
died
had
of
like the
disease.
Black Plague.
I
Like,
mean, I'm not saying there aren't consequences, but like you could go a few days without getting the plague. Like if people could go a whole year without getting it, you can go a few days. Not
Oh,
that I'm
for sure.
condoning it or suggesting it. I'm just saying.
we did like a 4 or 5 day trail ride in the Rocky Mountains when I was a teenager, and yeah, no deodorant, no soap, nothing, because it's like that's kind of like putting, maple syrup on ice cream and then telling a fat kid not to eat it.
Well,
Just
yeah,
don't
I mean,
put soap or
I-
deodorant.
I don't understand this analogy.
That
I
am
think Gavin
so
does.
lost.
Soap,
Yeah, so-
deodorant, and everything attracts bugs.
Yeah, and
The
berries.
stickier you
if
are,
I
All
go
of it.
like on a proper camping trip, like
Yeah,
there's like no deodorant because it's
Nothing.
like
nothing.
I don't
Yeah.
usually wear deodorant.
Moist towelettes,
But-
non-scented, is the best you're gonna get.
yeah. And
yeah,
like,
we didn't. Those.
if you're
yeah,
if
we
you're
didn't even have
bathing, it's
those.
like you go for a dip in the lake to like
Yeah.
scrape the
Yeah,
Sunscreen
the
and the bug
dust.
spray off.
slime off, but like
yeah,
yeah,
Yes.
you don't want to
Yeah.
you don't want to smell better than the other people because that's what you'll be the target for the mosquitoes and stuff.
yeah,
So what you do at that
Previously,
point
I've
is you-
said,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead,
Mhm.
Pierre.
No, I was gonna say. So what you do is you bring a little spray bottle and you put like off on it or whatever, and then that one friend you didn't want to invite but ended up coming, you put sugar water in it. You tell them it's bug spray, and you'll be left alone whether you got deodorant or not.
It's organic bug spray. That's why it doesn't
Yeah.
smell
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that's organic.
You guys are awful.
No, no. Previously, I was saying that I had enjoyed backpacking with Gavin this year. I've enjoyed going for a little overnight camping trip on my own. I'm back on I'm going to live in the house with the running water. And sorry, Professor Theodore, I'm keeping the electricity and the internet
And the deodorant.
and the deodorant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
I don't hate getting a text message from my washing machine when the laundry's done. I think I'm okay. This is a
What?
trade-off I think I'm willing to make.
I just literally bought a washer dryer unit. That's the least technology advanced
Nice.
one I could find.
That's the way
Yep.
to go.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this
100%.
one doesn't have a chipboard on it. There's no buttons or screens. It's like a crank dial.
And I just rigged
Nice.
up my garden hose so I can talk at it to turn it on.
What?
Industrial society.
I just rigged up my garden hose
consequences.
so it doesn't leak. I just duct taped it.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But like now I can talk at it.
Everything at Gavin's you can talk through to make it work. It's pretty cool.
I mean, I'm
That's
gonna
not true.
use
I've
the-
been to Gavin's. That doesn't always work.
No, it doesn't always work, but you can talk to everything. You can normally get
Okay.
everything to get
Well,
done. Sometimes it works, sometimes
you
it doesn't.
can ask
but-
me to do stuff. That doesn't mean it's going to get done.
Yeah.
That's okay. Last time I was at Gavin's, I chipped to the front step with a bottle of mead. So that's just another to-do
How was
list
the
thing.
bottle?
The
Yeah,
bottle
you did-
survived.
Okay,
That's
good.
fine.
The front
Okay, yeah.
step did not.
No, that's
Peter can
fine.
fix it. We're good.
And she brought mead, so like,
No, I don't do
yeah.
concrete. Leave
No,
that
it's
for the
like stone.
Portuguese.
It's
Yeah,
stone.
it was stone.
Yeah.
It like chipped
Oh.
a stone.
Damn it, I can't do that.
It's all right.
Just get on a plane or drive
Yeah.
for 20 hours to
for,
come and fix a step.
for a $50 job.
Yeah. First round of
It'll-
drinks is
it'll
done.
No, you
$50
gotta-
plus expenses.
Oh,
make sure,
there you
no,
go.
just make sure it coincides with, like May of next year. Right?
Yeah.
Yep. Write that shit
Tor-
off.
towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end of May.
All right.
Doubtful.
Did we adequately cover the 40-page book in however long we've been at this?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah. It was-
sufficiently flogged that dead horse.
I don't
For
know.
how
I feel like it was
short-
a good review of the plot. I don't know if it was necessarily a good review of the content, but
For how
Okay,
short the
but-
book is, it was straight to the point. Very good description. You got the gist of it. Like
Yeah.
this could have
Yeah.
been a like TV show, like a
Yeah.
20-minute TV show,
It
right? Like
literally
but-
was an episode of Gilligan's Island at one point, and like
Yeah.
18 or 20 other TV shows,
Yeah.
and 15
And
or 20
movies
feature-length
and-
movies.
Yeah.
Not
Right,
convinced
so I'm like-
that I've ever seen Gilligan's Island, so sure.
How have you never seen
How?
Gilligan's Island?
I'm a child and I've seen it.
You're my
Yeah.
age. How
I
have
was
you
gonna
never
say
seen
we're-
Gilligan's Island?
Compared to you, that's what I'm getting at. You guys are old.
you know who Bob Parker is, right?
Oh dear.
All right. After the show, we're gonna have to have a chat.
You guys do remember me just telling you that my mom like turned off the hydro for a week
Yeah.
Oh, don't
to give us
So-
like a mercy. We
still
did
had
not have
Gilligan's
TV
Island on
hookup.
Gilligan's Island
We
didn't
did
only
not
play
have-
on those 3 days.
Yeah. So I just looked. There are 20
No.
film adaptations of this book. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no, we
three-
didn't have
never
TV
seen
hookup.
Gilligan?
Three-
You've
three
never seen
radios.
reruns of Gilligan's Island?
We never had TV hookup. Like my dad put the TV in the closet and called it an idiot box for the entirety of my life. We
I
could
mean,
watch
he-
a
okay,
movie
he's
when it
not wrong.
rained because he's like, you guys have 100 acres. Go do something else. And if it's downpouring, you get to watch one movie.
Yeah. So
It sounds
20
like awful childhood, but it wasn't.
29 TV adaptations of it, including The Simpsons.
Shocker.
Yeah.
That one's actually just a foretelling
That-
of something
yeah.
in the future.
And in the Gilligan's Island episode, The Hunter, specifically, that's the one that they did. So yeah. Even Star Trek did an adaptation of this. Get Smart.
Okay, now we're just naming TV shows from the 60s.
And The Incredible Hulk.
Okay, so now we're just naming every single TV show from the 60s.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
Didn't Andy
there's
Griffith do something too? I saw that in the chat.
Yeah, one of the-
I
the
think Andy
Savages.
Griffith was in one of the movies.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the Andy Griffith TV show. I think that Andy Griffith was
That was
in
another
That would have
one
been,
of
that
the
would have been
films.
funnier though. if it was.
Oh fuck yeah, that would have been hilarious. Uh, but yeah, good little read. You got a
Yeah,
half hour,
it was a
45
fun.
minutes.
Yeah.
It was a fun book for a kind of a vacation month for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get our reading in. But upcoming months, we have many books to tell you about.
Yes.
Put lots of
You're
thought
going to
into
get-
these. We're deliberating
You're going
for
to get
months.
to listen to me mispronounce things for a month because the September book is One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich by Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
Not the same Ivan in this book. Different Ivan.
Different.
Different
How
Ivan.
do you know?
Well, this one ended up in Gulag.
Yeah, it was after. I guess so.
They
The
were
other
probably on
Ivan.
the same side, but like this one's in Gulag.
Yeah, because If you, how would that work? If you were like a white Russian loyalist, you would have gone to Gulag?
Yeah. Basically, if you were anything, you would have gone to Gulag.
Because you didn't have an island.
Yeah.
Or heavily invested in American securities.
Or a pistol and a gun.
And a mute deaf guy.
Yeah.
Is he deaf? Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
There you go.
October, we're going to do another Heinlein book. I think this, I'm going to give credit for this one to Political Animal on Discord. I think this came from him. The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. And for November, we're doing General Rick Hillier's book, A Soldier First.
Yep.
So links to all of those on the Amazon in the show notes. The show notes are on the website. You go to our website and then /CPP. Tonight's episode is 363. So if you type in 363, it'll take you to today's show notes. And there you can buy all of your Amazon books and take a tiny 4% piece of Jeff Bezos's penis rocket and you give it to me.
Remember the
So the
secret
more
word
people
to get
buy-
onto the island is pineapple.
That's right.
So the more people buy from your Amazon affiliate link, the more dick you get from him.
The bigger the
Yes.
cock rocket will become, yes.
Yes. The smaller Bezos's cock rocket, like his second one is, and the larger Andrew's cock rocket will be.
Did you guys hear that the most recent moon rocket got canceled?
Like the
No. Who's doing that?
SpaceX?
SpaceX?
I think it was a NASA thing. I'm not sure,
Oh,
but they were
Weird how
basically
the
sending.
government funded ones get canceled, but all the privately funded ones work.
Yeah,
Hey, remember that time in like the 60s that the Americans managed to have a successful space program? Also, look at the quality of their television programming, as we've previously discussed. Coincidence?
Yeah.
And the TV shows were better, and they were putting people on moons.
allegedly.
How far the mighty have fallen.
Yeah. Well, I
We
guess
should go
when
around
you have
the-
maybe there's something in that, like the quality of the TV shows was there because they used the same studios.
Oh,
My guy.
It's all right. The Russians and or the Chinese
was
will be landing
it
on the moon
Shepard
soon,
or Aldrin? One of the early NASA astronauts that landed on the moon was like willing to beat a dude up over this.
Well, yeah, because I mean
Does-
they'll take away all of his
I
money
guess if it was Shepard, he wouldn't have actually landed on the moon. So maybe that's a misnomer. But
Buzz Aldrin.
what's what I say? It was like
Yeah.
Shepard or Aldrin got into like fisticuffs with somebody for denying the moon landings.
That's hilarious. I hope it was when he was old.
Yeah,
Probably was.
It's like 80 years old, just like throwing down.
I could see an 82-year-old Buzz Aldrin doing that.
Yeah. The moon
three-time
landing is
U.S.
fake.
Navy welterweight champion. Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's either fake or they're covering up the aliens. It's one or the other. It's gotta be.
No, everybody knows that the Nazis have a secret base on the dark side.
wow.
Yeah.
Some
call
people
them- they
think
call
Hitler fled
themselves
to
the
Argentina.
WEF now,
They're
I think.
wrong. He went to the
Yeah.
moon.
Yeah.
And they call themselves a
All
WEF
that
now,
shit
it's
in
not Nazis
Argentina was
anymore.
the decoy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, really, if you could pick, would you rather go to Argentina or the moon? The moon sounds way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how are you going to get shipwrecks and hunt people?
Good point.
I mean, for all you know, the aliens up there got laser guns. Good luck trying to beat that.
Yeah.
I feel like if you got shipwrecked on your way to the moon, it'd be a lot shorter story.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ending probably be about the same, though.
Yeah.
Longest sleep of my life. Best
Yeah.
sleep of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't we? No,
Yeah,
all right.
carbon monoxide poisoning will do that to you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not trigger Alan.
Yeah, it's the other one. It's the other one.
Well, let's go around. Where can everybody find us on the internet if they want to stay in touch? We'll start with Liz. Where can everybody find you on the internet?
Well, you can find me at my new socials for my new gym at Basement Death Squad. And shout out for this weekend, we are having the ever talented Gavin come and teach a seminar on, I'm going to call it personal security, but also known as like hood rat shit.
Yeah.
So, doing a little of this, a little of that. So if anybody wants to come, super affordable, come on out, see the gym, hang out with us.
Come learn fun things,
Yeah.
because I will teach you how to avoid the scammers, but then also turn it around and use those skills should you ever need to for
Reasons.
Gulag reasons.
Yes.
Mhm. All the things.
All right. Peter, how about you? Where can people find you on the internet?
Twitter, Instagram at the Moran Life, or a lot of time on the Discord at Wild Turkey, I guess. Yeah, that one. Or Saturday mornings at the park. We're gonna work out. It's gonna be awful. So good.
Saturday mornings at the park. Go and see Peter working out.
8 a.m.
Like it.
No,
8
don't
a.m.
just
at the
watch.
park.
Please join in. That'd be weird.
Well,
Yeah,
that was
You're-
my
Kane.
plan.
So you're doing it, are you
Yeah.
doing it live, like where people
What?
can join you? Are you doing it where people can join you virtually? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh,
No, you
well,
actually
why
have
did you
to
say
be there.
don't just
Don't.
watch?
So, like, don't
I got
just
Yeah.
show
so
up at the park and
confused.
just be a weirdo and watch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so many other problems involved in that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he does.
Please
look
join
dreamy.
in. Don't just
He
watch.
does look dreamy in his shorts, but
Oh, I was wearing them on Sunday. It was beautiful.
You
So
guys
much
have
leg.
like this really interesting concept of what's dreamy in your minds. Like you all think that you look great in tiny shorts.
I have great legs. Thank you
that's
very
because
much.
we do.
I can confirm that at least Gavin and I both look great in short shorts.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if that makes you feel better about yourself, I'm very happy for all
No,
of
it's
you.
just as I get older, I become more immodest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I just don't care anymore.
I
yeah.
just don't care anymore.
I'm
Also
comfortable.
fair.
I don't care if you're uncomfortable. That's
Yeah.
Do you know what's
Yeah.
really funny though? Is that that's not acceptable for women as they get older to be less modest. It gets real gross.
Oh, how the turntables turn.
yeah.
Yeah.
What else? You do you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm not that
comfortable
worried
with who
about
I
it.
am and how I am. So
Yeah.
if you can't handle me in my short shorts, you can't handle me without my short shorts. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
Pierre, where can everybody find your short shorts?
You can get custom ordered short shorts.
Wait, what?
Off the wall customizing at Gmail, Tickety Talk, Instagram, some other things. I'm sure my wife set it all up.
I would like a pair of silkies with a very small rooster embroidered into the hem, so I can tell people to stop looking at it.
Embroidering, we're working on. Doesn't look promising, but I can make it blend in so that you can have a little cock on there.
Well, I just want to tell people to stop looking at my little cock. That's all.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Sorry to Liz's mom. I know she listens.
Hi, Liz's mom. We love you too. Thanks for
You
the
too
books.
can get a pair of shorts that you can tell people not to look at your cock.
Yeah.
Good thing my mom is traveling right now.
Hopefully,
Oh, this is on the internet forever, though.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Gavin,
That's all
where can
right.
everybody find you and your appropriate like shorts?
I mean, I guess the best place to find me, like whenever, is on the Instagrams, UrbXGTA, or as previously mentioned, this coming weekend, you can find me with Basement Death Squad or
Mhm.
TACCOM the weekend after.
If you can't get enough of my charming personality, you too can shoot an Ontario Rifle Association event. And if I'm the range officer, I may publicly shame you if you do something dumb with a firearm.
And people might yell at you.
I'm people. I might yell at you.
It's true.
That's good. People need yelling.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like having to yell, but sometimes it seems to be the only way to
Get people to
encourage
pay
everyone
attention.
to pay attention to the important information that I'm trying to share with them.
Yeah.
But also, if you've listened to the show this long, you deserve a discount code. If you're shopping at ragnaroktactical.ca, use the discount code Patriot at checkout. And as Gavin mentioned, if you're going to be at TACOM, stop by, say hi. You can find me at the Coat of Arms booth. I'll be hawking Coat of Arms stuff and also pimping the Ragnarok stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll do autographs and things. I'm not.
Yeah, we'll
not
take
above that.
We'll take
$20 is
selfies
$20
with
bucks.
you, yeah. Do we want to maybe see if we can give away a thing to our thing?
Okay, Gavin, on the spot, come up with a way to do a giveaway.
So we're hosting a very exclusive fun event for cocktails with TACOM in town. So if you want in, shoot an email to feedback at Canadian
Oh,
Patriot
God damn it. This
Podcast.com.
turned into work for me.
And then in the email, tell us that you want into the event, and then we will randomly pick one. And then you'll be invited to the event on the Saturday of TACOM. Nice and easy.
Okay.
And we'll just
Some of
randomly
us
pick
will be
one.
signing autographs
Yeah.
for a fee.
I'll sign things that aren't autographs. I'm, again, $20 bucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want in, you're going to be in
VIP
town for
section.
the event. Yeah. Shoot us an email. We'll randomly pick one of the people that emails in that says they want to go. And we'll give you a ticket to come to the event. Maybe a ticket for you and a +1.
Ooh.
Andrew, I want you to sign just underneath the hem of my shorts.
I'm
While-
down.
while
I
he's
got no
wearing them.
problem. That's
Yes.
fine. I will, however, point out the place that we are holding this very exclusive industry event does require business casual attire or better. So please make sure you're wearing your dress shorts, not your
Yes.
PT shorts.
Yeah.
Same.
Same. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're wearing a jacket, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Just sit down.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's like podcasting, right?
We'll
I'm
go
not
with
wearing
yes.
But we're not allowed to be in underwear while podcasting?
No, that was the point. You definitely are.
I
Oh.
would just prefer that you have something additional to that. That's sort of like a minimum entry requirement. You're at least wearing underwear. I would prefer you were wearing like a lot more than that.
For the podcast
No,
or the drinks?
Just generally.
No Jeremy Tubin style or what?
I don't know who that is, but I'm just going to go with like more clothing.
It was an American.
It's hard to be
news guy
overdressed.
who was doing
Yeah.
things on Zoom.
I will totally be doing my best General Zaroff impression and rocking a smoking jacket.
Nice.
Oh. I don't know what I'm wearing yet, but I'm not wearing short shorts or a smoking jacket. So
I've
You might
got
look
myself
smoking in a jacket.
I might look what?
hey.
You might look smoking in a jacket.
Wah, wah,
Hey
wah.
oh.
Well done. Probably do. I look smoking and everything, so it works.
Wow, and I thought I had a high opinion of myself.
What can I say?
Don't worry, you do.
I know I do.
Okay, good.
Oh boy, we should probably wrap this up. This has devolved into a whole thing.
Yep.
For all of our listeners out there in podcasts. Oh shit, I almost forgot. If you get selected to go to the event, Rod has not yet RSVP'd.
Yeah.
Apparently CCFR is doing some sort of a lame pub night or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
Peer
we're gonna try to
pressure
kidnap
Rod.
Yeah.
Peer pressure Rod into going to our industry soiree
Yeah.
on the Saturday night of TACOM.
Yeah.
And get him to sign just below the hemline of your short shorts.
Or just above.
That's what we want.
Whichever. For all of our listeners out there in podcast land, I would like to remind you that you are a small fringe